Hi, I'm back again. So, yeah, there was some issue with the live last time, so I'm here again, and hopefully this time I'll be able to find the guest in the requests. Sai Ram. Meanwhile, Chanchal ma'am, if you are online, please do send a request. I'm not able to add you. Please sing a morning song. Morning song? Uh, okay. R- Rebel Bhimani is asking me to sing Tu Mile Dil Kiye. Yeah. Hmm, Tu Mile Dil Khile. I'm so sorry. Tu Mile Dil Khile और जीने को क्या चाहिए ना हो तो उदास तेरे पास पास मैं रहूंगी जिंदगी भर ना हो तो उदास तेरे पास पास मैं रहूंगी जिंदगी भर. Yeah, today I can sing only till here. Yeah, missing your regular Indian Idol performances. Yeah, same here. And how? What else? So what is going on in your lives that is keeping you motivated? Please let me know. Meanwhile, finally, I think I have invited her. So yeah.
Can you see me now?
Excuse me, ma'am, you are already live. So I think you have to turn the
Yeah, I
camera
can
around.
see that. Um,
Your
my
house
camera is
looks
on,
beautiful.
but
by the
thank you. Just a
Yeah, you
minute.
have
I
to turn
have
the
to
camera around.
turn. Just hold on.
Yeah.
On it. Can you please tell me what I did it?
That's a great question, but I think even I don't have. Yeah, there's an option to turn the camera around on your screen. Can you see two arrow marks?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you're here.
Yes.
Okay,
Can you
that's
see me now? No? Yeah.
yeah. So, hi, hello, namaste to you.
Hi.
So
Yeah.
let me introduce the main reason behind this live. So, Insta family, thank you for sticking around for 10 minutes. So, as I already told you, this is not like a general live. Today we are here because we are celebrating the National Nutrition Week from 1st to 7th September. So, and we are going to have an interaction about the importance of nutrition to have healthy skin and hair. And to start this healthy conversation, we have our expert, Dr. Chanchal Chowdhury, ma'am, a renowned dermatologist at Bella Soul Clinic in Delhi. So, welcome, ma'am. We are really, honored to have you here today, and I'm looking forward to the interaction with you. So, let me start right away. So, They say our skin is the mirror of what we eat. So, on this occasion of National Nutrition Week, could you please share some of your thoughts on this?
I'm sorry, your voice is breaking.
Oh, is it? Can you hear me now, ma'am? Or let me just.
Yeah, better, better.
Yeah, can you hear me now? I think it should be better now.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So, what we eat is how our hair, how our skin and hair looks. That's what they say, right?
Yes, 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 yes. That's an important part. Yeah. The look.
Yeah. So, yeah, what is your take on this? And could you please let us know how our
Uh,
eating habits affect our skin and health?
yes. See, eating habits, lifestyle, how the lifestyle is, how healthy diet we are taking, how important healthy stuff, we are maintaining in our life. It's what it influences your skin and hair. And that's what is first impression, what you see. So it's actually quite related to your lifestyle. So, and when I come to know about the nutrients, as you asked me, balanced diet. We all know that you should eat balanced diet. But what exactly a balanced diet? We're just going to discuss, which reflects if you're actually having a balanced diet along with exercise, which we are now very much catering into it, which reflects on your
Right,
skin and hair.
right, right. Thank you, ma'am. That was actually, it's quite interesting to know about it because especially after COVID, it has been a, whack for everyone to exercise and to take care of our health, because ultimately it is what it is. Like, it's all about the health. So it's quite
Yes.
interesting. So let's get deep down into the discussion. So, what according to you is the right nutrition for healthy hair?
Like when we start for hair, very basic things. Hair cells are very multiplying cells. Okay, they multiply very fast. This is the second cells in our body which multiply so fast. But there is a thing like the body doesn't mean a hair as a vital organ. Okay, so though the
Okay.
need of the hair cell, though the need of the hair cell is almost equal to your vital organs. What are the vital organs? Heart, lung, brain. But
Yes.
the body doesn't concern about hair as a vital part of your body. Though the nutrient is quite equivalent required to your vital organs. Now,
Okay.
as you have recently talked about COVID, so we all
Mhm.
have faced that COVID pandemic. Now, in COVID, what is happening, or is some sort of infection, whatever nutrients are required, they are first being given to the vital organs. So, what
Mhm.
suffers is the hair, which is actually requiring the same type of nutrients that equivalent to your vital organs. Okay. Second
Okay.
important cause for hair to suffer is your nutritional deficiency. As we have
Mhm.
already spoken about a balanced diet. If you are not taking a balanced diet, then the body will procure all your nutrition first to your vital organs. And again, what suffers is your hair. So I think these are the two main causes which leads to a hair loss. And which one shows when we have some sort of infection or some surgery is done or maybe some nutritional deficiencies.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. So, can you help us with the nutrients which are must to be included in diet for healthy hair?
Yes. So I'll divide it. Basically, first, what I always tell my patient, first five important nutrients which you have to consider in your diet. And because proteins are the main building block of your hair. Okay. So protein should be the main part of your diet. So protein from where we'll get, as we all know, the all sort of pulses are rich in proteins. Okay. Even the beans are rich in proteins. Yes, if you are non-vegetarian, then eggs is a wonderful source of protein, and definitely the meat and fish is again a good source of protein. Also, these days we are providing a good amount of protein powders available. People are going to
Right,
gym and they
right.
are having a whey protein. Whey
Whey
protein is
protein.
also
Mhm.
considered, yeah, that's also considered a good source of protein if you take in a good amount. When I
Mm.
talk about the amount, it should be according to your weight. Okay, we should not take excessive protein as well. Should be
Yeah,
according to your
that's
weight.
right.
Okay, so protein is the first thing. Followed by very common in Indians is an iron deficiency. Okay,
Right.
we considered it as just a mineral, but it's a very important mineral, I should say. Okay, so
Mhm.
iron, because if you're a vegetarian, then in vegetables we see iron, especially in spinach, which is a seasonal vegetable. Okay, and
Mhm.
then you can have the iron in other forms, like nuts also have, dates. It's a very good source of iron, then pomegranate. But if you are a
Right.
non-vegetarian, then which is also known as a heme form of iron, which is actually been absorbed better in our body than the vegetable source, then you can get a better source of irons. So this is the iron is again a very important factor when we have to consider as a nutrient. Third is zinc. As we all know about zinc, in
Mhm.
COVID, people are taking a lot of zinc
Ah,
tablets. So,
COVID tablet. Yeah.
yes. But zinc is definitely an important mineral again because it is required as an enzyme level where the cells need to be built. Okay. And certainly in protein, where is the protein metabolism is happening. So zinc
Mhm.
is again a very important source, and the seeds is important, like pumpkin seeds if we are taking,
Mhm.
or if we
Yeah.
are taking some watermelon seeds or sesame seeds are a good source of zinc, along with mushrooms and spinach is there, and fish definitely again it's a good source of zinc we can take. Another important ingredient, if you ask me, is omega fatty acids. We all must heard
I
about it,
was
right?
about to
When we
ask. Yeah.
yeah. So when we talk about omega fatty acids, there are three essentials. One like 3, 6, and 9. And when we talk about here, it's basically 3 and 6. And the good source of 3 and 6 is definitely if you're non-vegetarian, the fish is a good source of omega fatty acids. But if you're just a pure vegetarian, then I should say walnuts and flax seeds are the good source of omegas. Um, to take to consume the omega fatty acids. And last and not the least, we all aware of biotin. Everyone takes biotin.
Right.
But biotin is definitely important for the hair, not because it not only prevent hair loss, but it also gives improve the brittleness of your hair. Okay, so biotin should be there, and from where we can procure biotin, egg yolk is a very good source of biotin. Egg,
Okay.
and then spinach, mushroom, and all dairy products. We can say little in dairy products as such, but fish and meat is again a good source of biotin. So these are the basic, I should say, nutrients which should be the part of your daily diet or daily routine to take care of your hair. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. That was very insightful, ma'am. So, also, I would like to know what are the signs and symptoms of nutritional deficiency in hair?
Initially, what the people will notice that their hair are little brittle, and rough to start with. We always think that, we are not oiling our hair, we are not taking care of the hair, we're using rough shampoo, but that's not the only cause for your brittle hair or a rough hair. Diet, as I initially said, of omega. Omega, gives a lot of nutrition and to your hair roots. That's oil inside that is important. Second, what you'll see is a excessive hair loss. Why? Because now we all know that hair has a three cycle: a growing stage, a resting stage, and a falling stage. So when there is not a proper nutrition, most of your hair from the growing stage they goes to the falling stage. So what you notice, an excessive
Okay.
hair loss happening. Okay. And also, not only this, if this continues for a long time, you can see the density of your hair starts reducing. This is the hair symptoms what we are talking about. We can even see the dullness on a skin,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
sometimes skin rashes happens, which we consider maybe because of we have gone out or we have applied some chemicals, but that can be a part of your nutritional deficiency too.
Right, right. Okay. So I think most of the people who joined here might have faced something like that. including me. So this is really helping us to understand how it is to have, nutritional deficiency. So since we talked about nutritional deficiency, now I would like to know how to correct this nutritional deficiency. I think you have already answered, like we should include the nutrients in our diet, but I would like to listen again. Uh,
Yeah, so as I mentioned about the main ingredients like iron, from where you get the iron, like dates, you can have from munakha if you really know about it, And then
yeah.
iron you can get from spinach. It's very common. And pomegranate. Iron in this is vegetarian. When you talk about the non-vegetarian source, then again the meat, red meat, and fish. All these are very good source because they are considered better absorbed, and the non-vegetarian heme is better absorbed in the body. So this is again, then in the diet I've talked about omega is very important. I've not spoken about the copper, the copper is also
Mhm.
very important because
Okay.
copper, and why it helps copper, it helps in premature graying which is happening these days, the
Oh,
it
yeah, I've
also,
heard
yeah.
someone asked about this actually. It's nice that you mentioned, so it'll be helpful for them. Yeah.
Yeah, so copper, this helps in giving the color, the melanin color. It's a very important ingredient again, and helps in premature graying, which is happening these days. So copper, where you get, whatever balanced diet you take, you get the copper again. There's not very specific again, fish, meat, initially. Whereas you can get it from seeds also. You can get coppers. These are very micronutrients. If you take a balanced diet, now you'll get, because you don't need too much amount of it. You get very little amount of micro milligram you need it in a daily way. Recommendation is there. So this is again about diet. And what else? The amino acids. I think I forgot to tell you about the amino
Yeah.
acids. That L-lysine, L-methionine, L-cysteine. Again, very important for the integrity of your hair. What the hair is visible, and biotin is again very important. It's a part of your keratin. We got the keratin that gives the smoothness to the hair. So biotin, as I already mentioned, you can take it from egg yolk. Is a good source of biotin, as I told. And vitamin D. If I'll speak about vitamin D, vitamin D is, everyone is deficiency. I think almost 75% patient who comes to me, they are deficient in vitamin D. But
Mm.
vitamin D is very important. At what stage? When the hair follicles are growing, there are a lot of receptors where the vitamin D acts and leads to the growth of your hair. So vitamin D, from where you procure? Now everyone says, sun, don't go to the sunlight, apply sunscreen. But you get vitamin D from milk products, butter, cheese. There's a good source of vitamin D. And again the meat, but not a very good source, but basic. And then sunlight. When we talk about sunlight, it has to be like before 8 or after 5, and
Right,
10
right.
to, yes, 10 to 15 minutes of sun exposure, it's there. Even whatever vitamin D we take, if we take a little exposure of sunlight early morning or late evening, it helps in better conversion of vitamin D to the active form, and being utilized by hair and skin. Yeah.
Right,
So
right. Yeah,
most,
so these are like many doubts that we have, so which are getting cleared. So really thankful to you. And like you already mentioned, nowadays this biotin is a word that is kind of heard everywhere, and people are getting to know about it. So can you please elaborate a little bit more about biotin, how important it is for hair health, and how true is it? Like we have been reading getting many sources, which are talking about biotin, but what is authentic, and can you please elaborate on this?
the biotin is a very small molecule, which is also known as vitamin B7 or vitamin H. Okay. And almost a little amount, I should say, just 5 milligram, at the max 10 milligram, is sufficient in a day for your hair growth. Okay. Now, where the biotin will act? The biotin will act when a hair is growing. Also, it gives the It helps in the formation of the keratin, so when is keratin is there, so keratin is a main part of your hair, so biotin is required there, so for the growth of the hair follicle as well as to maintain the integrity of your hair where there is a keratin, the biotin is very essential. And from where we can get biotin, as I said, egg yolk is a good source of biotin. Again, spinach, then legumes, then nuts is again, and non-vegetarian also a little bit, to get a good source of biotin.
Okay, thank you. And meanwhile, before we go on to the next question, the for audience who's here, please post your questions in the comment section so that we can ask a doctor ma'am directly, and you will get your doubts cleared. So yeah, so yeah, I think we are done with the set of questions that I wanted to ask. Let's move on to the questions if there are any. I think I have read one question. Yeah. Sushil is saying, daily after my morning walk, I drink 2 glasses of copper water. Is it effective?
See, not proved yet. Okay,
Mm.
I should not say that drinking a copper water will help in better weight, but yes, to a certain extent. I cannot comment altogether on that, but they say a little bit, consumption of a copper will help in better regrowth of hair and better color of your hair. So
Okay. What
that doesn't
exactly
mean that we
is
start drinking too much of a copper water and it helps in black hair, but yes, to a certain extent.
what exactly is copper water? Sorry, I'm totally unaware of it.
It's a water in a copper vessel. You
Yeah,
keep the
that
water in a
much
copper
is not
vessel sometime overnight and then you drink in the
overnight.
morning.
Yeah, right, right. Okay, so any other questions? Amount of protein to be consumed in a day.
According to your weight. Example, if you're 50 kg, then according to your weight, you have to take it. Okay? 50 gram.
Okay. And Aryan is asking how to make skin white when we burn in sunlight. So probably he's talking about tan, how to remove tan.
So there is a two, one is tanning, one is sunburn. So if it is
Oh, sunburn.
sunburn,
Okay, okay.
sunburn is different. Sunburn in which you have that rashes and redness, and then sometimes the rashes in the form of the papules, like what we call dana. Okay, that is sunburn. But if
Okay,
tanning is a totally brown pigmentation.
okay, okay. So how to prevent hair loss?
Definitely the balanced diet, as we already spoken about before, and some sort of exercise is also important because oxygenation of the hair is also important. Okay.
Hmm.
So one thing which is coming in my mind is vitamin B12. I usually
Hmm.
tell my patient get the vitamin B12 checked. Why? Because if you have vitamin B12 deficiency, and B12 is very important in the red blood cell formation. And if the red blood cell, they contain the oxygen to the cells, including the hair cells. So if you have a better oxygenation to your hair follicle, they grow better. So where the B12, comes in play.
Right, okay. Thank you. And Shivai is asking premature hair whitening tips.
The tips are good antioxidants in your diet. And what are the good antioxidants? If I talk about beta carotene, okay, it's a good antioxidants. And then omega, flax seeds, isoflavones. These are all good antioxidants which you have to take. Vitamin E is also considered as a little bit of vitamin C is a good antioxidant. So this should be included in your diet because free radicals, they damage your cells, including mammalian cells, leads to premature graying. Of course, the balanced diet, okay, and less stressful because stress is also leads to more free radicals formation. So that is also premature graying happening. Sometimes it is genetic. So when it's
Mhm.
genetic, that's a little difficult part. But now we
Mhm.
have some tablets and serums to tackle it at an early stage.
Okay, okay. So, getting pimples on scalp, what is the reason and remedy, please?
See, pimples on scalp is a very broad term. It can be an infection. It can be bacterial, fungal, or it can be some sort of skin eruptions. Okay, the skin disease, which can also lead. So we have to first diagnose why you are getting. Is it an allergic reaction? Maybe it's to dye or some other chemicals you're using. So we have to first conclude what is the diagnosis. Once we know what is the reason for the pimples, then we give the treatment according to the patient.
Okay, okay. And how to remove chickenpox scar?
We are basically so for chicken pox scars, I should suggest if they are already formed, we have lasers, and
I
so
don't
those
have.
lasers like so we can take multiple sessions of lasers, and with that, the chickenpox scars we can reduce to a very good amount. Along with PRP, micro needling RF, or micro needling, so we combine the different therapies to get a
Mhm.
better result in chickenpox scars.
So probably there wouldn't be any like ointments or something which
No,
can remove the scar, right? It we have to go to laser treatment if we have
yes,
to.
actually, you have to rebuild the collagen, which is already destroyed there, maybe because
Hmm.
of the scar. So, scar is happening, destruction of the collagen. So, we have to rebuild that. We cannot build that with some creams. We need
Okay,
to do
okay.
some of the other procedure.
It's not something that we can remove. It should be from within. We have to do it, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So, is it possible to regrow the hair just by balancing the diet?
Regrow the hair just by 11. It's the supportive measure, I think. When we talk about regrowth, yes, if your hair shafts are getting thinned out, maybe because your diet is not balanced. If you have a better hair diet, then it will come back, definitely. Okay, so
Oh,
if they are thinning out, it's not that they did regenerate new hair.
mhm. Right. Okay. And we have another question. Any remedies for uneven skin tone?
Yes. I always tell my patients whenever you have uneven skin tone, first and foremost, be regular with your sunscreen. Okay, because
Right.
sunscreen is what we think is we should when we're going out, then only we should apply. If you have an oily skin, again, people think why to apply indoor, it make your skin sticky, so sunscreen is in first and foremost. Again, when we talk about uneven skin tone, we have to look out what is the different causes why it's happening. Okay,
Mhm.
we have to tackle all those causes, and then accordingly we give treatment for that. Okay.
Okay. Right. Right. And we have another question. Usage of mixture of castor oil, almond oil, onion juice, and then soft massaging for maintaining hair. Does it work?
All are good. Okay, oils are considered as good. You can massage because it's hydration. But I always, whatever hair oil you are using, but what I always tell my patient, do not apply it overnight and just keep it. Doesn't mean that it go in, and it actually gives them hydration. Okay, keeping it for 2 to 3 hours before washing of hair is sufficient enough. So any hair, the mixture of oil you said it's good, but just keep it for some hours and then wash your hair.
Okay. Okay. Then we have another question, a kind of different question. Yeah. A person's son has banged his head to a wall or something, so the hair growth is not happening there. So, is there any solution for that? Uh,
Yeah, so that's something called as traumatic or psychiatric alopecia because of trauma. And for that, we need to first again examine it. Is it really have hair roots or not? We have now dermoscope along with us where we can visualize the hair roots. And if there are hair roots, we can do the therapy along it. If there are no hair roots, then we can do some hair transplant. And so that is dependent.
okay, okay. So, thank you so much, ma'am. I think we are done with the questions, and this has been a very insightful session. Like, there are
Thank
many
you.
things that that have been troubling all of us, and this is like quite a solution for the problems. So, thank you so much. And anything in specific that you would like to address before ending the session today?
So before ending, I should say, hair follicles are quite metabolically active cells. Okay.
Mm.
So any sort of micronutrients deficiency might lead to hair loss. So always include a good balanced diet, you know, and try to have all colors of foods. As we always say, if you have all colors of food in your diet, you
Okay,
are
all
mostly
correct.
covering colors of your food. So you are covering lot of balances of micronutrients and the vitamins in it. Okay. So
Oh,
eat healthy and colorful diet.
oh, colorful sounds really relieving. Though, okay, thank you. So, to all the audience here, for any skin and hair related issues, you can definitely please visit Dr. Chanchal Chaudhary ma'am at Bella Soul Clinic in Delhi. So, I hope this session is,
And and
yeah,
La Femix Derma Skin Hair and Lasers and Noida.
right, right. Thank you. Yeah, so there are these are the great options that we have today. So, I think we all have to utilize it. So I hope your queries are also answered, the audience. So thank you all so much, and I wish you all a happy nutritional journey ahead. So thank you, ma'am. It was
Thank
indeed a
you.
pleasure to have you here. So thank you so much for this helpful session.
Thank you. Thank you, Chitra.
Thank you. So let's sign off. Thank you. Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye.